Christmas is supposed to feel safe. Warm lights, quiet streets, home left behind with nothing but locked doors and good intentions. It's a time when you trust that nothing will change while you're gone. But some houses don't stay the same when you leave them empty. Some things move in when no one's supposed to be there. Tonight's story follows a dog sitter who thought she was alone in a stranger's home watching a dog, counting the days, just trying to make it through the holidays, until she noticed something that wasn't mentioned, something that wasn't supposed to exist, and something the homeowners swore through panicked messages that they never owned. If you're listening to this late at night, and you're staying somewhere that isn't yours, pay attention to what's standing in the corners, because sometimes the decorations aren't decorations at all. I couldn't afford to go home for Christmas that year. Plane tickets were outrageous, my credit cards were maxed, and I just started a new job that didn't offer paid time off yet. Everyone I knew was posting photos of airports, ugly sweaters, family dinners. I was scrolling through them alone in my apartment, calculating whether instant ramen would stretch until January. That's when I saw the post. A local family was looking for someone to house sit and watch their dog for 5 nights while they visited relatives out of state. Christmas Eve through the 29th. They were offering decent pay, cash, plus groceries were already stocked. I messaged them immediately. They replied within an hour. A couple in their early 40s, polite, normal, suburban. They had a golden retriever named Milo who mostly slept and needed to be let out a few times a day. They told me no parties, no guests, just keep the house tidy and send occasional updates. It felt like the universe was throwing me a bone. I met them 2 days before Christmas. The house was in a quiet neighborhood, the kind where every driveway had lights, inflatable snowmen, glowing reindeer. Inside, it smelled like pine and cinnamon. A tall Christmas tree stood in the living room, perfectly decorated. Everything about the place felt safe. They gave me the tour, kitchen, guest room where I'd sleep, backyard, security system, nothing unusual. No locked rooms, no creepy basement. When I asked if there was anything I should know, the wife smiled and said, "Just make yourself comfortable. It's your home for the week." They left early Christmas Eve morning. By noon, I was alone in the house. The first day was uneventful. I unpacked, I ordered takeout, watched a movie. Milo followed me everywhere I went, tail wagging, occasionally dropping a tennis ball at my feet. That night, I sat on the couch scrolling my phone, half watching a cheesy holiday movie. That's when I noticed it. At first, I thought it'd always been there. A life-size Santa Claus statue stood in the corner of the living room, partially obscured by the tree. Red velvet suit, white beard, one gloved hand raised like it was mid-wave. I frowned. I was sure it hadn't been there earlier. I replayed the walkthrough in my head. The couple showing me the living room, the tree, the couch. That corner had been empty, I swear. I stood up slowly and walked closer. It wasn't inflatable, or it wasn't plastic. It looked heavy, realistic. The face had detailed wrinkles around the eyes, glassy pupils that reflected the tree lights. The smile felt wrong. Too tight. Milo stood behind me, ears pinned back, low whine in his throat. "Hey," I murmured. "It's okay." He didn't relax. I told myself I was being paranoid. Maybe they moved it out after I left the room earlier. Maybe it was part of their decorations and I just missed it. Still, something about it unsettled me. I pulled out my phone and texted the wife. "Hey, random question. Do you guys want me to cover or move the Santa statue in the living room? It's kind of creeping me out." The typing bubbles appeared almost instantly, then stopped, then appeared again. Finally, my phone buzzed. "What Santa statue?" My stomach dropped. I stared at the screen, then back at the statue. It was still there. Same position, same smile. I typed back, "The life-size Santa in the corner by the tree." This time, there was no typing bubbles. A full minute passed, then 2. Then my phone rang. I answered immediately. Her voice was shaking. "We don't have a Santa statue," she said. "We never owned one." I felt cold all over. "I'm looking right at it right now," I said. "It's in the living room." There was muffled talking on her end, her husband's voice, urgent, overlapping. Then he came on the line. "Listen to me very carefully," he said. "Do not touch it. Do not move it. Get Milo and go into the guest room. Lock the door." My heart started racing. "Why?" I whispered. "We didn't decorate with anything like that," he said, "and no one should be in the house." As if on cue, Milo growled, a deep, low sound I hadn't heard from him before. I turned slowly. The Santa statue was no longer facing the tree. It was facing me. Its head was tilted slightly now, like it was curious. I ran. I grabbed Milo's collar and bolted down the hallway into the guest room, slamming the door behind us and locking it. My hands were shaking so badly I dropped my phone twice. I crouched on the bed, whispering to Milo, trying to keep him quiet. "Stay," I said. "Please stay." My phone buzzed again. It was the husband. "Is it still there?" Before I could respond, I heard it. A soft dragging sound. Heavy fabric brushing against carpet. Slow footsteps. They stopped outside the guest room door. I held my breath. Then came a knock. 3 slow taps. I pressed my hand over my mouth to keep from screaming. Another knock. Then a voice, muffled, low. "Hey," it said. "I just want my present back." Milo exploded into barking, lunging towards the door. The handle jingled, hard. I screamed into the phone, "Someone is here! Call the police, please!" The voice on the other side of the door chuckled. "Don't be rude," it said. I went through a lot of trouble. The knocking turned into pounding. I backed into the corner of the room, clutching Milo as the door rattled in its frame. I could hear breathing now, heavy, excited. Then, suddenly, silence. The pounding stopped. The footsteps retreated. I stayed frozen for what felt like hours. Eventually, distant sirens pierced the quiet. Red and blue lights flashed through the window. Police stormed the house. They found the living room empty. No Santa statue, no forced entry. But the front door was unlocked, and under the tree where no gift had been left before, sat a large, neatly wrapped box, and inside was a Santa suit that was still warm.